Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use, tips a balance in favor of fair use. Okay, you guys, this is from Beller Law. Big up to Beller Law. What is guardianship abuse and its consequences? When the court appoints a guardian, they bestow the guardian with a significant responsibility to their ward. The law expects all guardians, to prioritize the ward's best interest. The ward, they're talking about the person, whether it's a child, elder, disabled person, over other concerns. Unfortunately, not all guardians make the right decisions. Is that it? People can certainly make honest mistakes, but in some cases, agents actively deceive, exploit, harass, or intimidate the incapacitated person, child. Guardians who steal, neglect, or assault their ward could face criminal charges. If you suspect guardianship abuse, it's crucial to speak with an experienced guardianship lawyer. In Jacksonville, right away at Beller Law, PL, we have over 40 years of combined experience assisting clients with a wide variety of legal matters, including elder abuse, and guardianship abuse cases. Please note that Rebecca Beller is a Florida attorney specializing in guardianship matters in the state of Florida. Our legal team only handles guardianships within Florida and cannot provide assistance for cases outside this jurisdiction. What is a guardianship? In certain situations, the court appoints someone to act as another party's guardian. The guardian will be responsible for making legal decisions for someone else. Courts refer to the person needing a guardian as a ward. The ward is unable to make their own decisions because they are a child, until they turn 12, or a judge has otherwise deemed them incompetent. Britney Spears come to mind. Bam Margera. BJ Investigates covers that one. Situations where a court may grant a guardianship include the need to look after a minor. Listen, Scientology, it's hard to wrap your head around, but listen. Someone under 18 is a minor. Get those children out of the auditing. An adult who has become incapacitated, or an adult who has mental disabilities. The need for a guardian can arise suddenly or be necessary due to ongoing health and behavioral issues. Behavioral issues can be from abuse as well. Florida allows any adult to petition the court to become a guardian by having, listen to that, any adult, you guys. Any adult to petition the court to become a guardian by having another party deemed incapacitated. The potential guardian does not have to be a blood relative. No room for exploitation here, is there? If someone is trying to scam the court by filing a guardian petition, is that all they're worried about here? In bad faith, the court might require the petitioner to pay attorney's fees and all court costs, which can be significant. I would say we need to look into Scientology's all these guardianships. They are making guardianships in bad faith, perhaps. And this is Florida law. And just for the heck of it, let's cover adult guardianship. Adult guardianship. There are two different types of guardianship for a ward who is over 18. The first is guardianship of the person. When someone is a guardian of the person, they will make decisions that affect personal and legal matters, such as where the ward will live, what their social schedule looks like, their medical care, travel, etc. When someone is a guardian over property, they are responsible for the ward's assets. Assets include items like bank accounts, real property, oh, that sounds like Scientology, stocks, and other personal property. The guardian may also have to step in and handle lawsuits that involve the ward. The court has the discretion to award both guardianship of a person and property to the same person if they choose, but there is no legal requirement that the same guardian serves as both. This is important. Who can be a guardian? To be a guardian in Florida, you only need to be fit and qualified. Oh, we really need to look into that, y'all. To act as a guardian, the court can decide what they declare to be fit and qualified. The law requires that the court must consider relatives by blood or marriage. When deciding who to appoint as a guardian, the courts look at the following factors. Hey, you guys, are the child marriages making more sense to you now? The child marriages in Scientology making more sense? They get the children, a lot of the Scientologists seek the child when they're young, the children when they're young. Canoodle or trick or scam or lie to the parents, if they're good parents, to sign over guardianship, right? Then they do all kinds of awful, illegal things to get the parents separated from the child, or especially like have the parents, like in other countries, etc., away from the child. And then when the child turns a certain age, depending on which child, they canoodle them into marrying another Scientologist. No fraud going on here, is there? And not to say there's probably some affection in these marriages, but this is really just sick, really sick shit. To be a guardian in Florida, you only need to be fit and qualified to act as a guardian. I mean, what kind of rabbit hole could we go down with that one, you know? The court can decide what they declare to be fit and qualified. We all should be looking into that one. The law requires that the court must consider relatives by blood or marriage. That doesn't mean they're going to do right. When deciding who to appoint as a guardian, the courts look at the following factors. What the relationship is between the ward and the guardian, what the ward's wishes are, provided they expressed any, the guardian's financial ability and educational level, the person's fitness to serve as a guardian, the potential guardian's character and exhibited level of responsibility. The court can consider other factors they deem relevant. Every situation is different, so there are no two guardianship cases that are exactly alike. Unless you go to Scientology, they're probably filling out guardianships by like some kind of, I'm trying to think. Like back in the day when I did administrative in the old days, like a master, they probably have a master form for guardianships over there. Immigration and Naturalization Services is not paying attention. Board of Education is not paying attention. Certain judges are not paying attention. Unless Scientology has some of their favorite judges. Allegedly. What is guardianship abuse? A guardian has a fiduciary duty to their ward. Fiduciary duty to their ward. Yeah, you don't put your ward, your child, in a dormitory, fake dormitory, with six layers of 6 bunk beds with all these various children of different ages, which actually endangers the child, and make them sleep on urine-infested bunk beds. That's not fit. Child Protective Services. While many guardians handle their position as expected, really, do tell, some guardians abuse their position of authority by taking advantage of a ward, like sexual abuse, like child neglect, like child abuse, like child exploitation, like child trafficking, like child labor abuse, in which there's federal laws prohibiting children to work manual labor, but yet nobody is going over there and getting these children away from Scientology. The time is now, bro. The time is now, bro. Yeah. Guardians may abuse the ward in several different ways. It's going to reiterate what I just said. Different ways including physical abuse, financial exploitation, yet check, neglect, check, or psychological abuse, check. That's all Scientology. All Scientology. Abuse is not limited to certain types of guardians either. Facts. The abuser could be a family member, a professional from an agency. Professional from an agency. That's something to research into. Anyone wants to check that out. See what professional guardianship agencies Scientology is using. Or another non-professional appointed guardian. Like a social worker? No, that wouldn't be a social worker. Sunshine State attracts a high number of retirees. Oh, okay, they're going to go into the elder. Therefore, guardianship abuse is a problem in Florida. Okay, this is Florida as well. Unfortunately, Florida has relaxed rules. You guys look into that. Why do you think there's relaxed rules? Inquiring MF minds want to know. You guys know what's up. Who can file a petition to have someone placed under guardianship. This rules in people ending up in the system that should never have a guardian appointed in the first place. You don't say. Like rich old men or rich old women, or maybe they're not rich, but come on, you guys. Increased media attention is starting to shed light. You mean the media YouTubers? You mean the YouTubers, right? On how problematic guardianship abuse is in Florida. In 2017, a court wrongfully placed a 70-year-old Florida woman under guardianship after she was involved in a car accident while grieving her son's death. No, you guys, you know what I think? A bunch of vulture narcissists swooped in to get her money. That's what happened. That's what I'm guessing. The court slapped the initial court-appointed guardian with criminal charges after a man died in her care. Oh, it was a woman guardian. Yeah, you think she did it before? Hello? The new guardian refused to help this elderly woman restore her rights. You guys know what's up. So the woman took to social media using a hidden cell phone. Listen to this very closely. So the woman took to social media using a hidden cell phone her son bought her. After placing an ad on Facebook, a guardian reform advocate got in touch. The advocate set the older woman up with a legal practitioner who helped her restore her rights. However, this poor woman already suffered irreversible damage. Oh, I can't wait to see how much they stole. The guardian had transferred the woman to a nursing home and sold her home. Oh my God, you guys. To the facility. See, you're telling me that these nursing homes and stuff, don't even get me started. I'll start swearing. It'll be MF hour again. Oh God, you guys know. Thereby, she lost all her personal belongings, including valuable original oil paintings. So that tells me she had a little bit of money if she had oil paintings. You see what they do? Vultures. Consequences of guardianship abuse. Oh, this should be fun. Guardianship abuse and its consequences are far-reaching for victims. They often lose everything, including their life savings and their home, after being forced into an institution such as a nursing home. This process can lead to health problems and severe depression. No shit. The situation is worse when a family member perpetuates the abuse and thereby destroys the family relationship permanently. The perpetrators could face criminal and civil charges. I would really love to see how many actually of these MNFers went to jail or prison. In the case of the 70-year-old woman wrongfully placed under guardianship, the disgraced guardian was arrested. Well, let's see how long the MNFer actually served. After she issued a do not resuscitate. You guys think they were after her money? After she issued a do not resuscitate order? Oh my God, the evil, man. Without consent for another one of her wards. The ward under her care had a feeding tube, but expressed his wishes to continue living. Oh my God, you guys. Told you guys I worked in a nursing home once. I got stories. I was an outside agent working in the nursing home. I was about to blow up on those MNFers. The medical professionals who examined him believed he was capable of making his own end-of-life decisions. The guardian ordered the man's feeding tube capped, despite doctors saying this would more than likely cause him to die. Well, they got her then. They got her. I'm not going to read about the COVID. I'm not interested. You guys know that there were probably a bunch of vultures and energy vampires sucking, those poor people with the COVID and all that. You know. Contact a guardianship lawyer in Jacksonville. Choosing to have a family member placed under guardianship is a tough decision. Family and yeah, in some families it is. In others, not so much. Family and friends may have conflicting opinions on who should be involved and what decisions should be made. This process can lead to significant conflicts between loved ones. Don't let a possible guardianship tear your family apart. Let our skilled guardianship attorney in Jacksonville help you through this difficult time. Don't entrust your guardianship case to just anyone. You need someone who will protect you and your family's rights. So, whether you need to set up a new guardianship or you suspect abuse in an existing one, with over 40 years of combined experience, our legal team is here to assist. So I will leave the link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night, wherever you are. Peace.